Hi everyone, Shai here. I hope all of you are doing good. Welcome to another new video. Today, we're diving deep into the mysteries of ancient Egypt beyond the pyramids and pharaohs. You might know about mummies and hieroglyphics, but did you know about the secrets hidden in Egypt's sands that still baffle experts today? From advanced medical practices to lost cities and unexpected inventions, we're uncovering the most unbelievable facts that will change everything you thought you knew about this ancient civilization. So stay tuned to unlock the secrets of Egypt like never before. Number 1. Nefertiti Bust. The captivating Nefertiti Bust, a remarkable masterpiece of ancient Egypt, unveils the timeless beauty and allure of Queen Nefertiti, the esteemed great royal wife of Pharaoh Akhenaten. Crafted around 1349 BCE by the skilled hands of Thutmose, this exquisite sculpture was discovered in the very workshop where it was believed to have been created, in the ancient city of Amarna, Egypt. Renowned for its elegance and grace, the Nefertiti bust has garnered immense fame as one of the most replicated works from ancient Egypt. It has transformed Nefertiti into an iconic figure representing the epitome of feminine beauty in the ancient world, and it's easy to see why she is breathtaking. However, her beauty also comes with a lot of historical dark moments. In 1912, a trailblazing German archaeological team led by Ludwig Burchard stumbled upon this enchanting artifact. However, faced with strict regulations against removing valuable archaeological treasures from Egypt, Burchard decided to camouflage it with a layer of clay to smuggle it out of Egypt. The bust has ignited a fervent debate between Egypt and Germany, with Egypt demanding its repatriation since its first public unveiling in 1924. This dispute has spurred discussions on the role of museums in rectifying the wounds inflicted by colonialism, prompting introspection and critical examination of the past, and compelling narratives surrounding European colonialism and its impact on Egypt's rich history and cultural heritage. The Germans clearly stole the bust, shouldn't it go back to its rightful owners? Number 2. Egyptian pyramids were not built by slaves. Egypt recently unveiled newly discovered tombs that are over 4,000 years old, attributing them to individuals involved in the construction of the Great Pyramids of Giza. This remarkable find serves as additional evidence contradicting the belief that slaves were responsible for building these ancient structures. Basically, what we have always seen in Hollywood movies isn't true. What a surprise! The tombs consist of a series of unassuming shafts, approximately 9 feet deep, where a dozen skeletons of pyramid builders were unearthed. The dry desert sand has impeccably preserved these remains, along with containers that once held beer and bread, intended for the workers as afterlife provisions. These builders hailed from impoverished Egyptian families residing in both the northern and southern regions of the country. They were highly respected for their labor to the extent that those who perished during construction were honored with burials in tombs near the sacred pyramids of their pharaohs. So, yeah, not slaves at all. The tombs themselves contained no precious metals or valuables, which effectively shielded them from tomb raiders throughout history. These men regularly consumed meat. In fact, they were provided with a daily supply of 21 cattle and 23 sheep, sourced from local farms. They also worked in 3-month shifts. That's right, they had paid holidays. It took over 10,000 workers more than 3 decades to construct a single pyramid. And make sure to subscribe and like the video, or you'll enter the pyramids and never find your way out again. Ever? Number 3. The Book of the Dead. The ancient Egyptian funerary text known as the Book of the Dead was used from the early years of the New Kingdom, approximately 1550 BC, until around 50 BC. Its original Egyptian name can be translated as the Book of Coming Forth by Day or the Book of Emerging Forth into the Light. Although it is referred to as a book, it isn't quite a book but rather a loose compilation of texts, including numerous magical spells designed to aid the deceased in their journey through the Duat, the underworld, and into the afterlife. These texts were written by various priests over a span of approximately 1,000 years. It is important to note that there were no singular or definitive versions of the Book of the Dead. The surviving papyri contain a diverse selection of religious and magical texts and exhibit considerable variations in their illustrations. Some individuals even commissioned personalized copies of the Book of the Dead, selecting the spells they deemed most essential for their own passage into the afterlife. Comprised of numerous individual texts and their corresponding illustrations, the Book of the Dead frequently begins its subsections with the word Ra, which can be interpreted as mouth, speak, speech, spell, utterance, incantation, or chapter of a book. This linguistic ambiguity is very interesting. It reflects the Egyptian belief in the close connection between ritual speech and magical power. In the context of the Book of the Dead, the term is typically translated as either chapter or spell. Isn't that fascinating? Before moving on to the next point, I'd like to take a moment to introduce you all to my merchandise. You can support my content by getting your favorite products from my store or by simply joining my channel. Your support means a lot to me. Now, let's get back to the video. Number 4. Animals were seen as incarnations of the gods. Throughout history, the Egyptians were a deeply religious people, holding a strong reverence for the divine. However, their belief system differed from our concept of a single god. They perceived the entire natural world as brimming with sacred beings, manifested in trees and particularly in animals, leading them to worship these beings much like many of us worship God today. This perspective extended to various elements of nature. The wild fig tree, known as the sycamore, and the palm tree were considered sacred. Furthermore, numerous animals were seen as the incarnations of different deities: bulls, cows, cats, dogs, rams, goats, lions, lionesses, jackals, scorpions, crocodiles, hippos, the venomous cobra also referred to as the Uraeus serpent, as well as several birds like falcons and vultures all held divine significance. Over time, these animal deities began to be regarded as more personalized beings. To represent this, the Egyptians depicted them in human form, but with the heads of rams, jackals, cows, falcons, and other animals. Some deities even had multiple animals associated with them. For instance, both rams and geese were linked to Amun of Thebes, while baboons and ibises were considered sacred to Thoth, the great god of wisdom. And, of course, let's not forget their fascination with cats. These graceful and sacred creatures were associated with the goddess Bastet, who was originally a fierce lioness warrior goddess of the sun, worshipped throughout most of ancient Egyptian history. Number 5. Egypt. Although makeup has become a multi-billion-dollar business in recent times, the practice of putting on makeup to enhance appearance is by no means a new phenomenon. In fact, Egyptians adorned themselves with elaborate attire and fancy makeup. They had an extraordinary assortment of cosmetics and possessed exquisite artistry in applying makeup. During ancient times, attire and appearance held immense significance for the Egyptians. Every aspect, from clothing to cosmetics, was meticulously crafted to exude beauty and captivate the eye. The application of cosmetics in ancient Egypt served both aesthetic and protective purposes. Both men and women embraced a variety of cosmetic products, applying them generously to shield their skin from harsh weather conditions and using black eyeliner to protect their eyes from the intense rays of the sun. The type of makeup used varied based on social class and served different functions. Of course, they didn't have as many colors and options as we do today, but their colors were still impressive. They had black makeup made of carbon, lead sulfide, and manganese oxide used to enhance the beauty of the eyes. The green makeup, derived from copper-based minerals like malachite, added a touch of allure to the face. The red makeup consisted of a blend of red ochre and water. Like today, it was applied to enhance the color of the lips and cheeks, creating a vibrant and rosy glow. Number 6. Women and men had equal rights in ancient Egypt. Sometimes the human race evolves for the better, and sometimes, unfortunately, we go backward. Such is the case with the position of women in Egypt, as seen in the earliest preserved archaeological records. Egyptian women held equal status to men within society, regardless of their marital status. Among the notable figures in Egyptian society, Cleopatra and Nefertiti stood out as renowned rulers. Cleopatra, along with Mark Antony, ruled around 31 BC. She also served as the co-regent with her two husband brothers and her son. Nefertiti, the chief wife of Egyptian pharaoh Amenhotep IV, actively participated in Egyptian society alongside her children. In addition to these female rulers, Hatshepsut took the throne and reigned as pharaoh in Egypt from approximately 1503 to 1480 BC. She significantly focused Egypt's economy on commerce and changed the empire.
While the number of women rulers in Egyptian society was relatively limited, women were consistently regarded as equal to men in terms of status and legal opportunities. They were afforded the chance to engage in economic activities, including roles as merchants, particularly among the lower classes. Women also played active roles in religious activities, serving as priestesses. Notably, during the 6th dynasty, Nefer was a vizier, making her the first woman in history to hold such a position.
Number 7. The ancient Egyptians used vessels to store internal organs. In the mysterious world of ancient Egypt, an intriguing practice surrounding the afterlife emerges: the use of canopic jars. These ornate vessels played a vital role in preserving the organs of the deceased during the mummification process. What makes these jars even more captivating is the association of each jar with a specific son of Horus. The first son of Horus, Imseti, took charge of the liver, considered the seat of human emotions and vitality. Imseti's depiction as a human-headed deity symbolized his compassionate and nurturing nature as he safeguarded this essential organ. The second son, Hapi, guarded the lungs, the source of breath and life force. With his baboon head, Hapi personified the divine energy that sustained existence, offering protection to the lungs as they embarked on the eternal journey. The falcon-headed Qebhsennuf, the third son of Horus, assumed responsibility for the protection of the intestines. These organs represented digestion and nourishment, and Qebhsennuf shielded them, ensuring the sustenance of the deceased in the afterlife. Finally, Duamutef, portrayed as a jackal-headed deity, watched over the stomach, the vital organ associated with strength. The allocation of specific organs to each son of Horus reveals the ancient Egyptians' profound belief in the meticulous preservation of the body and its components. This practice underscores their understanding of the importance of these organs in the eternal journey, safeguarding not just physicality but the very essence of the individual. So, that was all for today. I hope you have watched the video up to this timestamp. Make sure to press the like button if it amazed you. Press the subscribe button if you still haven't subscribed to the channel, as it's totally free. You can follow me on all social media platforms. All links are given in the description. You can also watch other cool stuff. The playlist link is also mentioned in the description. I will catch you up soon in the next video. Till then, peace out.